What is up, guys? Telemental the Magician here again with another video. Today we are going to be looking at the Emperor, the number 4 deck of the tarot cards. Its element is fire, and its planet is Mars, the planet of war, the planet of conflict, the planet of battle. For the description of the card, we just have a man. He's in a red robe. He's in a suit of armor, kind of indicative of his willingness to fight, willingness to fight for what he believes in. He's sitting on a throne declaring his power. He holds a scepter in one hand and a globe in the other hand, representing kind of his dominion over stuff, over his country, his empire. And then you have him sitting atop of a mountain, which is indicative of like just raw power, just sterile, just power, just dominance. You're high in the air, you're above everything else, so it's just is indicative of his dominance and his power. And there's also a small river behind him, which is kind of a tell that he does still have his emotions intact, although it will be hard to get it to. That river is still there, and anytime you see water in the tarot, you're looking at emotions. So his emotions are still there. He's still in touch with them, but he's very rigid, and it's going to be hard to get there. So when you pull this card in the upright position, it can be indicative of a fatherly role. Maybe you're taking on a fatherly role, or someone else around you is helping to father you, like helping to build you up, helping to provide for you. So that's one thing. It can also be indicative of like ambition, self-discipline. So it can either say you need this or you're doing well at this. It's a very good card for ambition. So like an emperor, his ambition for his empire is to grow, be strong, and like outwin all of his opponents. So it's a very good card for ambition. Also wisdom. When you think of the emperor, you think of a wise old man usually. So it can be a card for wisdom, either that you need to like look to someone who is wiser than you, or that you have the wisdom that you need. Also, it's a card that can represent like leaving a lasting legacy. So if you're trying to make a name for yourself, you're trying to kind of, I don't know, write your name in the history books, or be just remembered in some way, or desiring to be remembered in some way, trying to figure out how you can do that. This card is about leaving a legacy. Like the emperor, he isn't just thinking for himself, he's thinking for his sons, for his daughters, for his whole legacy. So this is a very strong card for building a family, building something great, building something that will be remembered, something that will last. This card is also a card of courage. So if you need to fight for something, the emperor urges you to fight, to know what you want, in life, and to go get it, to not let anyone stand in your way, to not let anyone else's opinions drag you down or hinder you. This card is a go out and get it card. If you want it, go get it. It can be had. Just don't give up. This card can also mean you're attracted to a dominant person. Like, so you're entering a relationship with a more dominant person, and you are attracted to that. Their sureness about themselves, their confidence attracts you, and that's one other thing about this card. And lastly, for the upright position, it's a good card for being a leader. So if you want to be a leader, you can adopt a lot of the Emperor's energy. He's a good leader. He's a natural leader. People want to follow him. People will follow him. People will fight for him because he is sure of himself. He doesn't waver. He does what he knows he needs to do, and people like that. People will follow that. Now, on the other hand, in the reverse position for the Emperor, it can mean you're too controlling, you're power tripping, you're not being an effective leader, you're abusing your power more so. So watch out for that if you pull this card in the reverse position. It can also stand for like an authority figure that's standing in your way. So if you have someone in authority who is saying, "Oh, like you just can't get ahead, I'm not going to give you that promotion." The emperor can represent this person standing in your way, hindering you. So yeah, you might need to steer clear from this person, or just get away from them, or or put yourself in a position where they're not having as much power over you. It can also mean you're hiding in the shadows, kind of avoiding responsibility. So you want to look out for that. Don't avoid responsibility. A lot of the times when you get more responsibilities, it helps you grow further, helps you leave that legacy that the emperor wants to. But in the reverse position, it can mean you're trying to avoid that responsibility, and you need to kind of stop that and start getting more responsible. Start taking ownership of your actions. Start taking responsibility for your stuff. This can also represent giving up your independence. So like, if you're just not depending on yourself, you're depending too much on other people. That's definitely some reverse emperor energy. It's definitely something that you want to look at. And lastly, the last thing I have is this can mean like a partner that is crushing you, like is too overly dominant. You're being crushed. You feel powerless. You're feeling unorganized. You're feeling just this partner is hindering you and controlling every move you make, which is definitely not healthy. So that's about all I have on the Emperor. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Have a good day.